Welcome back to Mr. Scott Maths. In this video we're going to be taking a look at increasing and decreasing by percentages using a calculator. So the first question we're asked is to increase 80 by 9%. So to do this we can think of our original amount of 80 as 100%. And because we're increasing we're going up, so we're adding on 9%. So in total what we're finding is 109% of 80. Now we can find 109% of 80 using a multiplier. To find our multiplier, we need to divide this percentage here by 100. So 109 divided by 100, and that gives us 1.09. So our multiplier is 1.09. We then need to multiply that multiplier by our original amount of 80. So 1.09 multiplied by 80. And for this step, we use our calculator. So 1.09 multiplied by 80. And we get an answer of 87.2. So the answer to increasing 80 by 9% is 87.2. Now you might be thinking that we could have done that just by finding what 1% was and multiplying it by 9, or finding what 10% was and 1% and taking it away. We could have done that because we've got quite a nice number here with 9%. But if we look at this next question, where we're now asked to increase 15 by 67.4%, that would be a bit more tricky. So that's where using our calculators going to come in handy a little bit more. So again, if we start off by thinking of our original amount of 15 as 100%, and we're increasing by 67.4%, so we're adding it on. And if we do this addition, we're going to get 167.4%. So we're finding 167.4% of 15. And again, we can get our multiplier by dividing this by 100. So 167.4 divided by 100. And that's going to give us 1.674. Now we've got our multiplier. We need to multiply that by our original amount of 15. So 1.674 multiplied by 15. And again, this is where we're going to use our calculator. So 1.674 multiplied by 15. We get an answer of 25.11. And alongside that being easier than, say, working out what 1% was, working out what our 0.1% was, etc., and adding up, this is far quicker because we're just doing that one multiplication at the end. Now if we move on to looking at decreasing by a percentage, if we're asked to decrease 8 by 12%, well, we're decreasing, so now we're going to be going down. So again, like last time, we can think of this original 8 as 100%. And now because we're decreasing, we're subtracting 12%. And if we do 100%, take away 12%, we're going to be left with 88%. So what we're really finding is 88% of our original amount of 8. Now again, we can find a multiplier for that by doing the same thing with dividing by 100. So 88 divided by 100. And if we do that, we're going to get an answer of 0.88. So our multiplier, 0.88. And again, the same as last time, we need to multiply this multiplier by our original amount. So 0.88 multiplied by 8. And again, we want to use our calculator for this step. So 0.88 multiplied by 8. That gives us an answer of 7.04. So to the answer to this first one, 7.04. Now if we look at our second question, we're asked to decrease 9 by 6.2%. Again, let's think of this 9 as 100%. And we're decreasing, so we're taking away 6.2%. And if we're to do this, we're going to be left with 93.8%. So what we're finding is 93.8% of 9. Again, we want to divide this by 100 to find our multiplier. So 93.8 divided by 100. That's going to give us 0.938. So our multiplier is 0.938. We want to multiply this multiplier by our original amount of 9. So 0.938 multiplied by 9. And again, we want to use our calculator. So 0.938 multiplied by 9. That gives us 8.442. So the answer to this second question, decreasing 9 by 6.2%, we get 8.442. Okay, so now here's a couple of questions for you to try on your own. So if you just want to pause the video here, it's 2 questions. First one asking to increase 6,000 by 15.8%. Then the second one decreasing 58 by 12.3%. If you want to pause the video for a moment, and I'll go through these in a second. Okay, so this first one, we want to think of this 6,000 as 100%. And now because we're increasing, we're adding on 15.8%. So in total, we're going to get 115.8%. That's what we're finding, 115.8% of 6,000. Now let's find our multiplier by dividing that 115.8 by 100. Well, that's going to give us 1.158. And then we want to multiply this 1.158 by our original amount, which is 6,000. And if we put this into our calculator, so 1.158 times by 6,000, and we get 6,948. Now let's look at our second one. Decrease 58 by 12.3%. So 100%, that's going to be our 58. We're decreasing now, so we're going down. We're subtracting 12.3%. If we were to do this takeaway, we're going to be left with 87.7%. And then we want to turn this 87.7% into our multiplier by dividing it by 100. So 87.7 divided by 100. And that would give us 0.877. We now want to multiply this multiplier by our original amount of 58. So 0.877 multiplied by 58. And again, we want to use our calculator. So 0.877 multiplied by 58. That gives us 50.866. So our answer to this question, decreasing 58 by 12.3%, should be 50.866. Make sure to like and subscribe for more maths videos, and make sure to leave a comment if there's any videos that you'd like to see in the future.